This video is going to talk about the meaning of the term in the money when it comes to options in the stock market. On my screen right now is the ticker symbol Amazon and its options chain for the July 14th expiration. And as you can see, there are all sorts of different options available, different strike prices, and we have calls over here and put options over here. The in the money options are the ones where the strike price is lower than the current stock price. So the current stock price is $128.48, and that might be moving around since this is being filmed during the live market hours. Any of these options for the call options where the strike price is lower than the stock price are said to be in the money. And for put options, it's the reverse. If the strike price is higher than the stock price, then the put option is said to be in the money. You'll notice that in this particular options chain, there is a color designation for the in the money options. So there's kind of a blue background here, a navy blue background for all the in the money call options, whereas it's black for the options that are not in the money. And the same is true on the put. You can see it is a navy blue background and it's the reverse of the call options, which makes sense. One way to think of in the money options is how it relates to the intrinsic value of an option. So in terms of call options, if you imagine the 120 strike call option, to determine the intrinsic value, you take the current stock price and subtract the strike price. And so right now it's $128.48. That would mean the intrinsic value is $8.48 for this option right here. And when there is a positive intrinsic value, that means the option is in the money. When there is not a positive intrinsic value, that means the option is either out of the money or at the money. In terms of the cost of options, you can see here on this options chain that the further into the money the option is, the more expensive it is. And this is largely because the further into the money the option is, the more intrinsic value it has. And intrinsic value is one of the key components that makes up an option's price. Now, sometimes you might hear the term deep in the money, and that's simply referring to options that are well into the money. And so on this screen, these options right here, these call options, they might be considered deep in the money, whereas these options, while in the money, may not be considered deep in the money. If you have any questions about options or about the terminology in the money, you can reach out to us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.